Mind Reader, Erotica, written by Carl East, narrated by Michelle Jones. Kirsty was having a bad day, the sort of day that starts bad and just gets worse. She was late for work for one thing, and she knew how fussy her boss was about tardiness. She'd also discovered upon entering the shed door that her push bike had a flat tire, which did nothing to brighten her day. Therefore, when she ran across that busy road on this particular Monday morning, she wasn't paying close enough attention to the traffic, which would explain why the bus clipped her shoulder and sent her spinning toward the sidewalk. At first, she lay there, too stunned to move, and seeing many people converging from all directions in their desire to help out, she attempted to get back on her feet. However, raising her head didn't even seem an option, and she was quickly told to lie still and that an ambulance had been called. That's all she could remember of the accident. In fact, she didn't even know what hit her. When she awoke, she found herself in the hospital, with her father sitting next to the bed.
"Ah, you're awake at last,"
he said, leaning forward and taking her hand. "Hi, Dad. How long have I been here?" replied Kirsty.
2 days. You had us all worried.
Suddenly the doctor was there and interrupted Kirsty's father.
"I see you've decided to join us in the land of the living, young lady. Now then, I have a few things to tell you, and then I'll leave you alone. First of all, your injuries weren't severe in themselves, but the brain swelling after the initial impact was life-threatening. We had to give you a new drug to control the swelling. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here now," said the doctor, as he walked slowly around the bed. Kirsty listened intently, but kept hearing other sounds in the background. She ignored them, thinking they were probably the kind of ringing noises one gets when you bang your head. Soon after that, Kirsty was asleep again, and her father was being told that she should be all right to leave in the morning. When morning did arrive, Kirsty was full of life and eager to get out of that stuffy bed. She found herself feeling surprisingly alert, and her hearing seemed to be acute in the extreme. She could hear a conversation from across the ward between two nurses that sounded like it was taking place right next to her. Dismissing it as nothing more than sound traveling well, she dressed and waved to her father as she left the ward and as he entered to pick her up. At this point, her adventure began, because she was about to discover something that made her quite...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?